my fellow Decepticons. It is I, Starscreamsalot here, coming back at you today with another video. Today we're looking at Kingdom Cyclonus. Yes. Sorry for being out so long. I had a lot of stuff I had to do, so not a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of time to do this, but I'm back, and hopefully back on schedule. Today I'm just going to take a look at Cyclonus. I don't know what else to say. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's take that off real quick. Get a look at some of the paint and details, starting with the head sculpt. The head sculpt is one of the weirder parts of this figure. I don't really mind it. It looks fine. Looks fine enough. Doesn't look too bad. Looks kind of like him. Just if he was really old. Full 360, and yeah. This guy was clearly meant for 86. I mean, just look at the design. Smooth, not too much detail. I don't know. Oh yeah, I should also mention that he does have light piping. Whoa. How very cool. It's like he's blinking. I don't know. With the arms, nothing too crazy. Mostly flat with just some lines, like flat detail. No real lines or anything. Plastic is yellowed. I hear that's just a thing that happens with this figure. It's not a big deal. The wings have some nice detail on them, but they'll get more notice in the alt mode. On the chest, we have the Decepticon insignia and some clear plastic stuff. Transparent plastic, clear plastic, potato, tomato. Some 5mm pegs right there for your blast effects, which I do not have any on me at this current moment in time. Whatever. And the legs, yeah. Just detail, more of the same purple colors, although I do like these darker purple things right here. Very nice looking, very shiny. Very, very pretty. I don't know. That's just Cyclonus, I guess. Just some details along the side of his legs. And on the inside. Very simple stuff. Nothing too crazy. And a pretty solid back, just with a lot of holes and screws. No real biggie. You're not going to look at it from the back anyways. Very solid though. Now the accessories. He comes with this gun. It's a big gun. Doesn't really look like Cyclonus's, at least to my knowledge. I don't really care. It's a cool looking gun, so that's enough for me. I don't really care if it's accurate or not, unless it's the null rays. Although I do like it when people do stuff with the null rays. They fit in his hand well enough. Now you can fire upon the Autobots while being possessed by Starscream, because that happened. Very purple design. Not much else to say. Some quick size comparison, I guess. I forgot about the size comparisons, so all I really had was just 86 Prime's trailer. He's like as tall as that thing. He's like about as tall as it. I don't know how well you saw that, nor do I care. But the point is, he's a little bit taller, about a head taller than the Siege Seeker, which is probably what most people know and kind of recognize the size of. But yeah, nothing much else to say on the design, the paint or whatever. There's not a lot of paint on this guy, actually. It's mostly just purple. Yeah, I think the only really painted stuff is the silver on his head, and the rest is just plastic colors. Let's say I like it, although that might be painted, and the knees. The only logical place to come next would be articulation, which is very nice. He's got a head very expressive, got a neck joint in there, so you can do some action. Very expressive head sculpt though. The arm can go out that far. The elbow can bend. And the elbow can bend, huh? The bicep swivel, elbow bends about 90, a little bit more. Yeah, like a hair more than 90 degrees. And the wrist on a tight rotation, but it does in fact rotate. The waist can rotate a full 360. The legs can kick back that far, forwards that far. Yeah. Can do the full splits. Yeah, the full splits. The thigh does rotate. The knees do in fact bend. They do bend. I don't really know what else to say other than they do bend. And then the ankle can pivot, but is on a kind of tight thing. And there is toe up. So yeah, really expressive, really nice. I like it. Don't know what else to say though. We went from 86 Prime to Kingdom Cyclonus. Do pretty good figures. I guess it's time for transformation. Shall we? So you're gonna start by flipping this up, flipping in the hand, closing that, turning it to the side, flip this thing out, flip it in, pull the wing bit down. Do the same for the other side. Do the same for the other side. And boom, the Cyclonus. Next, you're gonna come down to his legs, fold the feet down, lift this piece up, fold that part out, fold in the foot, clamp it in, like so. Do the same for the other side. Don't do that. Boom. And you're gonna snap them together. Next, what you're gonna want to do is open up the chest, like so. Flip up the head, or flip in the head. Then you're gonna want to open this piece up, fold that part out, snap this one in, open up that thing, and that's really hard to get at, so I just kind of use his gun, kind of lever it out. Snap that all up, flip the back around, compress in the legs. Most difficult and annoying part of the transformation, in my opinion. Come on, you get in there. There you go. You want to close these parts up. Snap the wings on, or snap his wrist things onto his legs. And bada boom. Now this is a mighty jet mode. I actually really like Cyclonus's jet mode thing in the G1 show. I think it's really cool. It's also really big. Still not as long as 86 Prime's trailer, but pretty close. And the jet is practically just everything Cyclonus had except for all of this, which is where I'm going to assume the paint went. Because the silver's painted, that's probably painted. That part might not be painted. Who knows? The underside, it's a cleaner underside than most. Like, the torso really does blend in. Makes it feel like a part of the jet. And before I forget, he does in fact have landing gear. So he can land with his gear. See, it's touching the ground. Ooh. It's almost like that's what landing gear does. But yeah, it's a really solid jet mode, aside from these things. Go figure, what are you gonna do? It's an oh well. I'd rather have that than something else be compromised, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that's about everything I can really say about him. He looks cool. He's got 4 blast effect ports right here, so you can have him go absolutely nuts with animation, stop motion, and stuff. So yeah. Final thoughts on the figure is what I'm going to do now. Honestly, I actually do really like him. He is my only figure from Kingdom, but you know, that is definitely subject to change in the future. But overall, I do really enjoy having this guy around, and that I got him for 25 bucks. That was a steal for this thing. I really don't have any major problems with this dude, other than the yellowing is kind of annoying. But other than that, if you pick this guy up, I would highly recommend it. It's a lot easier to recommend than a lot of other figures, in my opinion, because it is just that solid of a figure. And the light piping isn't that bad. This guy just absorbs light like nobody's business. Not as well as Siege Shockwave does. Not that I own one. Sorry guys, I'm not getting that review for probably a while. But that's Siege Shockwave's light piping is absolutely nuts. But yeah, that was it from me. Shorter video this time. Look at that. That was Kingdom Cyclonus for y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you would. Do all the nonsense that the YouTube would like you to do for me. I would appreciate it. But that's all from me, folks. Goodbye.